What's up, everybody? It's FYGP, and today we're going to take a look in 1999 during the Yugoslav Wars when the first stealth bomber was shot down by a ground defense system. And here's an interview with the Serbian commander who shot down that American plane. Let's take a look. It's in Serbian, so there's subtitles for you guys. I, of course, understand Serbian because I'm Serbian myself, as some of you might know. But I live in the West, so yeah.
Bile su male, sa zastarelom opremom I zastarelim naoružanjem.
Osnovno naoružanje raketnog diviziona PVO je ovo kod nas, dakle raketni sistem S-125M Neva ili, kako kažu američka oznaka je SAM-3. To je PVO sistem, dakle neke treće generacije, neke kasnih 60-ih, početak 70-ih godina.
NATO je imao apsolutnu vazdušnu nadmoć. Rakete na avionima automatski su gađale na svako zračenje nišanskih radara.
Mi smo napravili jedan proračun koji je govorio da mi ne smemo duže od 20 sekundi da zračimo u vazdušnom prostoru.
Kasno uveče 28. marta 1999. radarske jedinice iz Vojvodine javile su komandi u Straževici da prate avion sa malim radarskim odrazom. Istovremeno je i Zoltan Dani, komandant 3. raketnog diviziona 250. brigade PVO-a, naredio da se uključi osmatrački radar.
Mi smo imali jednu malu tehničku inovaciju koja po našoj pretpostavci to je trebalo da omogući lakše otkrivanje aviona s tipa stealth tehnologije. I stvarno kad su oni to uključili, onda su se pojavili ciljevi na tom ekranu tog osmatračkog radara i ja sam rekao u sebi, onako sam se malo nasmešio kao I sada, rekao dobro je, to radi.
Raketaši su zatim uključili I nišanski radar. Operateri su pratili F-117A.
Kada je taj cilj bio na potrebnoj daljini, onda smo uključili nišanski radar i ovi operatori ručnog praćenja su bili spretni, pa su, mada je dosta bilo poteškoće oko toga, ali su ipak na vreme uhvatili taj cilj i oficir za vođenje je na osnovu moje komande stisnuo dugme za lansiranje rakete i rakete su pošle I došle do susreta rakete cilja.
U ataru sela Buđanovci oboren je prvi put avion stealth tehnologije, nazvan nevidljivi zbog izuzetno malog radarskog odraza.
Visina na kojoj je cilj pogođen je bila je 8 km, a dakle negde ispod toga je bila neka niska oblačnost I praktično ceo taj oblak koji je bio ispod njega je se zarumenio, zacrvenio I neki čak kažu, dakle očevici kažu, ja sam mislio, kaže da je atomska bomba I svi su se sklanjali, bežali jer su mislili da će to pasti na njih.
Obaranje jednog od najsavremenijih američkih aviona postala je svetska vest broj 1. Nemoćni pred bombama I krstarećim raketama NATO-a, građani Srbije nisu krili radost. Delići aviona F-117A odmah su postali najtraženiji suveniri. Haški optuženik I najpoznatiji srpski paravojni komandant Željko Ražnatović Arkan nije odoleo da ne pokaže svoje parče aviona u izjavi Reutersu.
Well, I have a piece of that plane. It's a rubber, you know. I can show you. It's only a rubber. That's a piece exactly from that plane. I keep that as a souvenir. You can see, I can break it.
Mada se za vreme NATO intervencije mnogo govorilo o oborenim avionima I uhvaćenim pilotima, javnost je videla samo 3 zarobljenika. To su bili pripadnici kopnene vojske Sjedinjenih Američkih Država, koje su srpske snage bezbednosti zarobile negde na granici. Ubrzo, sva trojica su oslobođena, posle posredovanja američkog propovednika I borca za ljudska prava, Jessea Jacksona. Vojska Jugoslavije nije hvatala oborene pilote, ali ni NATO nije mogao da uništi radarske I jedinice protivvazdušne odbrane. Delovale su svih 78 dana bombardovanja I pored više krstarećih raketa I bespilotnih letelica, oborile su I američki lovac bombarder F-16, te oštetile izvestan broj NATO aviona.
So yeah, the Serbs defended themselves against NATO with all they had. They had these old Neva Russian missile ground missile systems, right? Basically air defense systems, and they managed to shoot down the first stealth bomber in history. You know, Dani Zoltan, the guy you saw here, Sultan Dani, a Hungarian name, interestingly enough, but obviously there's like plenty of Hungarians as well, of Serbs of Hungarian origin. So yeah, I mean, it just shows you how diverse Serbia is. I mean, if you know anything about Serbia, you know there's how many ethnicities there is there and how many religions and everything, and it works okay. I mean, nobody hates each other in this day and age. That's amazing. And I mean, Serbs just defended themselves against NATO in 1999 against the bombing of their country, which was devastating, and against the sanctions imposed on them by NATO, which rendered the economy practically, you know, practically non-existent, pretty much. That is what happened during the 2000s in Serbia, and you know, in the 90s in Serbia as well. So people were facing a existential crisis of some sorts. I remember those days. I mean, as a Serb, I mean, it was not an easy period of time. And yeah, you might say that I'm biased, of course. Of course I'm biased. I mean, when NATO drops 15 tons of depleted uranium on your country, then you're gonna be biased. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I mean, yeah. Let's take a look. Yeah. Just want to take a look at a report from the BBC maybe, or from CNN. CNN F-17A Yugoslavia 1999 or something. Should work. Do they have a report on it? Oh yeah, there we go. The Serbs shut it down live when CNN was doing a coverage of the NATO illegal bombing of Yugoslavia. So yeah, I mean, not only Serbia was bombed, also Montenegro was bombed. The capital of Montenegro, Podgorica, was bombed in some places. Kosovo was heavily bombed. The Serbs in Kosovo were bombed their positions. So, I mean, let's take a look. Do we have the exact moment when it was? Yeah, I don't know. Let's take a look. I mean, I might do a video on it separately. Let's take a look at this one.
To really effort to find out information on this. And again, as I said, the entire military operation is run separately from the headquarters we're in now. We're basically in the political headquarters here in Brussels. The military headquarters is a place called SHAPE, which is called Supreme Headquarters for Allied Powers in Europe. And at SHAPE, they have commanders from 19 different countries there, all in different uniforms, all working on planning this operation. It is run by one person, which is General Wesley Clark, a U.S. Army general.
Oh, yeah, General Wesley Clark, a war criminal, pretty much. That is what Wesley Clark is. He should be trialed.
He's the Supreme Allied Commander, and information would come directly from him.
He oversaw the whole military operation and the bombing of Yugoslavia. Yeah, did I mention that they dropped more bombs on Serbia and then Montenegro than they did on ISIS? Did I mention that?
Him, and we're hoping to hear that soon. But so far, Joey, no information.
All right. It's been a couple of minutes since we talked to CNN's Brent Sadler on the ground in Belgrade. Brent, is there further information not only about this Nighthawk, or the claim that this is a Nighthawk that Serbian authorities have been able to down, but also about the Phantom jets that authorities are also giving you some information on?
Yes, Joey, all we've had so far was this Serbian television report, which popped up pretty late in the night here within the past hour ago. That's about midnight local time. And it showed this video with a newscaster voicing over the pictures, saying that the shoot down happened at 10 p.m. local time. That's 3 hours ago. It made much of the aircraft identification numbers on the television report here. The television report also talked about the way the metal was shaped in the wreckage, saying that it was the shape, the contours and colors of a stealth radar evading aircraft, an F-117A Nighthawk. And they say that those identification numbers would tag the aircraft from the Holman Air Force Base in New Mexico.
Yeah, they thought that their plane was, that Yugoslavia could never down a stealth bomber. They thought that that couldn't happen.
And indeed from the 8th Fighter Squadron. We've had no more details other than that. I spoke to an official here close to the government who confirmed that the aircraft, he said, had been shot down some 40 kilometers, that's 30 miles from Belgrade to the west of the city, near the village of Bujanovci, between Ruma and Sabac. Now, in addition to this stealth shoot-down which is claimed here, the Serbs are also claiming that Phantom warplanes have been shot down. They're not being particularly clear on where those aircraft were shot down, but nor indeed when they were shot down, if at all. They're claiming they have a German pilot. Again, we have no video confirmation of that. This is a claim from a source close to the government, and they say that not only do they have a German, but another crewman was also captured, so two altogether from those Phantoms they're claiming that were shot down, and that those two pilots from those Phantoms, those alleged Phantom shoot-downs, were picked up by farmers and handed over to the authorities. But as I say, unlike these pictures of the claim to have shot down an F-117 stealth aircraft, the Serbs have not shown any video evidence or any other evidence to support other shoot-downs. But they're saying that NATO can expect to have more of its aircraft shot down, because they say that their air defenses are still in good shape. There was a Yugoslav military press conference today where a senior officer said that despite 4 days of NATO airstrikes, Yugoslavia was still capable of shooting down NATO aeroplanes. That's the latest we have from here. Back to you, Joey.
Brent, I have a related question. I'm curious, it is quite late at night there in Belgrade, and I know that you are seeing as well these pictures on the local TV there. I'm wondering if authorities had approached you and let you know that these videotapes would be available, that you might want to present these to the outside world. How were you informed that this had happened and this video?
And another thing that CNN never mentions is why, or never asks the question, why are we even there? In Yugoslavia, I mean, talking as we as Americans, like, why doesn't CNN ask, why is America even there? What are they doing there in the first place? That is a question that will never be asked about any of the countries that were destroyed by NATO in the past decades, is it?
Videotape was available.
Well, I'm working late in the office here in Belgrade, and they popped up on Belgrade television. So actually seeing these pictures was something of a surprise, particularly at this late hour. We had heard for the past couple of days various rumors, speculation, unconfirmed reports that Serb air defenses had shot down a NATO warplane, but that was before this claimed incident, which they're saying happened just 3 hours ago. That, according to the Serb newscast here.
Yeah, they're saying. I mean, you have the footage in front of it. You have the black wings of the stealth bomber burning, and how is that still a claim? Isn't that kind of confirmed already?
We've seen no visual evidence of these other claims. This one is said to have happened today. So no, there was no pre-warning, no advance notice that this video was going to pop up about an F-117 stealth shoot down before we actually saw these pictures pop up on Serbian television.
Brent, we also want to tell our viewers that we're going to be seeing some more of Serbian television. We're trying to get a signal in so that we can show you live pictures of what they are seeing on local television there in Belgrade, what would be available to them.
So yeah, CNN, of course, once propaganda, always propaganda. They are propaganda. They always will be. That's it for me. See you guys another time.